What a relief, we made it. Welcome back to where you belong, friendo. All right, let's get into it. Who was first last video? And it looks like we got a two-way tie. Big Ted and Rig Dog joined the illustrious first class of Thousandaires. The illustrious 2025, nonetheless. Congrats, gentlemen. Eli writes, friendo, please, if you would, answer this question in a future video. Ever since I've been stacking silver for 12 years, I've always been of the mindset of stacking and stacking all the way to retirement, and then use it with my retirement programs. But my question is, I've always read about stackers selling some of their stack. Like, for example, when it reached 30 or 32, I saw comments of them selling some, but I never sold any of mine. I just can't wrap my head around selling any. What are your thoughts on that? Because my mindset tells me that what if I sold some or a lot at $32 an ounce? And now today, it's over 37. That would mean I would have to spend more money to buy more ounces again. Am I missing something? Thank you. All right, from here on out, in this wealthy Thousandaire community, we will refer to this as the Eli conundrum. That's right, we'll create insider talk. So don't embarrass yourself not knowing what the Eli conundrum is. Okay, Eli, we're gonna deal with this Jeopardy in the most American way possible. Not with answers, but with more questions. It's of my belief with our recent advancements in technology that the future will not belong to know-it-alls with answers. No. The future will belong to the people with the best questions. Think about that one for a second. And if you think I sound foolish, well, give me a break. I just woke up. And I'm a low-wage worker, but there's no reason we can't be polite. I'll throw your French fries on the floor. You know, I don't even know what I'm still doing here. My Bitcoin's going up so high. Relax, you're not rich yet. Get back down here. Earth is a scary place, but at least there's lots of oxygen and water. And yes, beautiful animals to eat. That's right, big, beautiful animals. Even cute animals. They make great food. All right, don't get irritable and agitated. Did you even hit that like button yet? I can't make you do anything, but I do think it's in your best interest. Because we're actually going to solve some stoinkalacking issues together. Between the video and the comments, we got this. For one, I think we already know the answer to Eli's question is very possible. The first question that comes to my mind is anyone doing that already successfully? That being selling some silver now and then while growing the overall stack and not being penalized by higher silver prices later. Is there anyone already successfully doing that we could use as an example? I think we may just be able to pull this off and figure this out without pulling a bunch of charts out like some nerd. Nerds. I'm just kidding. I don't necessarily think the charty chart people are nerds. In fact, I think if they were much smarter, they could boil down their presentation into much simpler terms. All right, coin shops, bullion dealers. I think they already do this successfully. Can we agree they already do this successfully? I mean, I don't absolutely know, but I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? And if that is the case, then how did they do it? How do they do it? Margins, right? Yeah, margins. Buy a little lower, sell a little higher. We can't all really do that now, can we? Or can we? So I suppose we would have to ask another question. If you were going to sell off some of your stack, well, who would you sell it to? Are you an isolated stacker? Meaning you keep your stacking habits completely secret from everyone. And I believe that's probably the safest way to keep your stack. But if you want to sell some off, who would you sell to? I guess your only option would be your bullion dealer. And your bullion dealer is going to want to pay you less for it. And if you go to buy it back, he's going to want to sell it to you for more than spot. Even if you sell it and buy it back while the spot price is the same, you lose. And if it goes from $32 to $37 an ounce, well then, you really lose. Unless you don't sell and you just hold, or you time it perfectly and sell and buy back at a much lower price. It will have to be much lower because you'll need to pay a premium when you buy it back. Such is the life of an isolated stacker. Are coin shop owners and bullion dealers isolated stackers? Absolutely not. They're set up like a hub. They are an exchange. They are a nucleus of a network of buyers and sellers. Could you have a network? Absolutely you can. I'm always saying your network is your net worth. If you know other stackers and they know you and trust is developed, you can make exchanges with less friction or cash losses. You can even make gains off your exchanges if you negotiate them properly. Some people are bullish. Some people in your network will be bearish. Some of them will be more bearish than others, and some will be more bullish than the other bullish people. You could buy some from the bearish people or the people with less time horizons. You can sell on the price spikes to the very bullish people in your network. And if you're constantly buying, constantly selling, and managing your margins, similar to a coin shop or a bullion dealer, then you'll acquire more weight. But at what cost? Well, if you're going to take the reins of the exchange operation in your own hands, I think it may go without saying you're going to have extra security issues. And if you never have any issues, nevertheless, you should be more responsible about it. I won't go into security too much because I don't like to give my security measures away. But there's plenty of videos on YouTube about it. You can even ask the ChatGPT if you like. All right, and if you're going to have a network, you're probably going to have to be somewhat of a people person, maybe even a decent judge of character. I have some qualifiers. I've been known to loan out some cash in my neighborhood once in a while. Someone needs a 20, here you go. And if you can't bring that back to me, you'll never see a 50 or a 100. And you will not have access to my network. People that borrow a 20 and don't give it back, I'm not hunting them down. It's actually their loss. They pretty much always bring it back. A couple haven't. C'est la vie. You could have a powerful dragon as an ally, but instead you'd rather have the $20. Anyhow, why am I talking about that? I make stackers out of people, and I qualify them in a similar way. They start picking up an ounce of silver now and then, they're in the game. And then many of them end up selling it. And I don't think it's just because they need the cash, like they're not good at dealing with cash yet. I know that's a big part of it. But I think they need to see for themselves that they can turn it back into filthy fiat. And once they do, with ease, a light bulb goes off. They now know, hey, this stuff works. People want this stuff. Me can buy foodies and things with it, just like the paper promises. That's what they say to themselves, just like that. Then they start buying again. They're finally rebooted back to the operating system mankind has had for thousands of years. And not just the promissory note operating system we've had for the past 54. 54 years of promises backed solely by more promises. Anyhow, at this point, I'm not showing this stacker gold coins. It's okay if people know you're a bigger fish, but they don't need to know the whole story, how much bigger. They're still a new stacker, and it's quite possible they may still hang out with bad company. And they don't have that wealth whisper yet. You ever hear that saying, money talks, wealth whispers? Well, they just got some money, and they're going to talk. And this can create liabilities. So the networking lifestyle's probably not for everyone. But if everything's balanced out properly, not all the eggs are in one basket, I believe the pros heavily outweigh the cons. If I'm off or I'm missing anything, by all means, please put it in the comments below. In fact, I'm kind of hoping some people with some real know-how chime in. I'm still figuring the game out like Eli. I just figured since he brought it up, I would try to think through it out loud and put it up on the internet for everyone to hear. Why not? All right, so how else could we win the game? The game of selling some silver and buying more silver later and not losing out because the prices are going up. Here's my actual first instinct. What am I thinking about silver in a market where silver is going up rather quickly? Immediately, I wonder, what are other assets doing? After all, filthy fiat promissory notes are a medium of exchange and not money itself. I wouldn't even call cash an asset. Assets should grow or at least maintain your purchasing power. So if I'm going to sell some of my silver, what am I going to buy? Because my investment money stays in my investments. And at least 1/10 of what I make goes into my investments. And I invest much more than that. I don't just invest, I live it. Anyhow, this morning, Monday, July 14th, 2025, I saw silver had hit $39, I believe. Then I immediately looked at gold. I think it was like $33.60. Then I checked the BTC and it was $122,000. So if I sold silver right now, I don't even know what I would buy with it. I've been watching the comic book market. It's like the only market I know that's down. I suppose I could sell some silver and buy a grail. Point is, there would need to be another asset that I believe would have much more potential. A place that I think would serve my money better than silver. And when I look around, I see so many things at all-time highs. Not silver, though. Many assets have blown through their all-time highs. Silver hasn't even reached its all-time high yet. So if I sold some, what am I supposed to do? Hold the cash and let it get eaten by inflation? Maybe buy a CD or so and collect about 5% annually? I'm not even sure that's still available. Well, I hope this sheds some light on the subject for you, Eli. I think it actually helped me too. How about you, friendo? Did I earn your like? I hope so. And if I did, thank you. And if I did not, thank you anyway. I appreciate you being here. I'm sure we can continue hashing this out in the comments below. Please help us with the Eli conundrum. Don't have any thoughts? You can always leave algo food. If you want to spark some thought, start reading the comments below. I think Eli's question is a great question, and I believe there's many answers to it. Anyhow, if you're new here and you're enjoying the content, subscribe for more and you will get more. It's that simple. Take the time, hit the button. But you might want to hurry up or pause it while you do it because that's it. That is it! Thousandaire Radio, Wicked Shout. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.